Good evening. It's Saturday the 14th of January and it's time for the news on RIK2. The UN Secretary-General has said in his report on the United Nations peacekeeping force in Cyprus that unprecedented progress has been achieved in the reunification negotiations over the past 19 months. Antonio Guterres, who has recommended the force's mission be renewed for a further 6 months until July the 31st, noted that through their intensive work in this leader-led process, the two leaders succeeded in taking the talks further than they have ever been since 2008, and that they have achieved major progress in 4 of the 6 negotiation chapters: governance and power sharing, property, the economy, and EU-related matters. They also, for the first time, conducted negotiations on the issue of territory in Montpellier, Switzerland, which he had opened on November the 7th, 2016. Voting on the report is set to take place on January the 26th and covers developments from June the 25th, 2016 to December the 15th, 2016. At the same time, Guterres notes that a number of delicate and important issues remain, and that since the process had reached a critical juncture, he encouraged the leaders to build on the momentum as they embarked on the most crucial and perhaps most demanding part of their journey. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said in his latest report on UNFICYP that over 20,000 square meters of land in Cyprus was demined in the second half of last year in 4 locations. Guterres also noted that from June the 25th to December the 15th, the UN peacekeeping force in Cyprus integrated a mine clearance capacity to focus on the 5 areas in the occupied north that had been identified in 2015 as suspected hazardous areas, and that in the process of clearing the 21,757 square meters of land in 4 locations, 7 anti-tank mines were removed and destroyed. According to the report, which was released today, despite assurances by the Turkish Cypriot security forces, no progress was registered in the clearance of the minefield just north of the buffer zone in Manmari, where heavy rain led to mine washes into the buffer zone in 2014. Nor was progress made in clearing the 4 known remaining minefields in the buffer zone, of which 3 belong to the National Guard and 1 to the Turkish forces. Guterres said that efforts continue at all levels to advance a more comprehensive approach to demining, both inside and beyond the buffer zone. A post-mortem examination has shown that the sudden death of a 2-month-old baby in his bed early on Friday in the coastal district of Famagusta was related to SIDS, also known as cot death. The parents of the baby are Bulgarians who live permanently in Cyprus. The post-mortem examination was carried out at Larnaca General Hospital. The National Mall in Washington, D.C. could become a sea of bright pink the day after Donald Trump is inaugurated as U.S. president if the vision of a pair of Los Angeles women is realized. For the last 2 months, Krista Sue and Jana Zuman have been calling on people around the world to make 1.17 million pink pussy hats for those attending the Women's March. This is a rally to take place on January the 21st, organised with hopes bringing attention to civil and human rights issues. The name of the hats comes partly from President-elect Trump's comments in the infamous 2005 tape that came to light during his campaign, in which, discussing women, he said, "Grab them by the... you can do anything." The project is also meant to involve people across the country and the world who want to be part of the march but can't physically be there and want to support the marchers. The women have asked for help from volunteers around the world to sew, crochet or knit pink hats with ears by using simple patterns available on the project's website. Authorities have said that a woman who was taken as a baby from a hospital in Jacksonville, Florida in 1998 has been found safe, and that the South Carolina woman she believed to be her mother has been arrested for kidnapping. Camilla Mobley, now 18, was located in Walterboro, South Carolina, and she appeared to be in good health. The woman's biological family was overwhelmed when they learned the news. It will be up to the victim to determine future contact. Authorities found Mobley through tips from the National Centre for Missing and Exploited Children. She was living under a different name established through fraudulent documents. The baby was only hours old when a woman dressed as a nurse in a flowered smock and green hospital pants abducted her from her mother's room, according to the 1998 incident report. And now a look at tomorrow's weather. It will be mostly cloudy with possible local light rain and snow or sleet over the highest peaks of Troodos Mountains. Winds will be light northeasterly to southeasterly force 3, picking up to moderate in the afternoon force 4. The sea will be moderate to rough. Temperatures will rise to 15 Celsius inland, 16 to 18 in coastal areas and 6 over the mountains. The depth of snow is 90 centimetres on Mount Olympus and 80 on Troodos Square. That's all for today. Join us tomorrow again for more news in English. Have a very good evening.